It's a pleasure to absolutely be here with you tonight. Thank you for having me, for the invitation, and I congratulate you. Let me just tell you that we are in a time of candor and courage. This is the time in Denver that we've never seen before. Let me just paint the picture for you. On July 25th, when I take the oath of office, I have 45 days to deliver a budget to the City Council that closes a $100 million gap. 45 days. We have to immediately move to find an economic development leader, to begin partnering with the private sector to grow jobs in the city. We have to get moving with finding leadership for Parks and Rec, libraries, for chief financial operations in the city. We have work to do in a city that has essentially been without a mayor for a year. That's the situation we're going to face, and we are facing with the election of our next mayor. It's also why I decided to run for mayor. I have been on Denver City Council for 7.5 years, 2 terms as president of that body. I came in office during a recession, helped Mayor Hickenlooper and his administration close $350 million of budget gaps. Helped lead the city as we address the issue of foreclosures in the city. Wasn't easy, and I thank you, Catherine, but helped address the issue of failing businesses or businesses that were leaving in the city, and when no one else was working to bring companies from the international or other parts of the world to Denver, I was on a plane leaving my family to Tokyo to help recruit companies to Denver. At the same time, I was helping develop community-based organizations in my district so that they could wake up and become the leaders of their community to turn around failing schools and to address some of the failing infrastructure in their neighborhoods. This is a time for leadership. Not great platitudes or applause lines, not great snippets that are going to get great media response. This is the time for leadership. To walk into neighborhoods and partnerships like the Federal Partnership and say, how do we, all of us in Denver, get this done? The one thing that I'm most excited about in running for mayor is to be able to bring some of that community organizing grit, some of the attitude of great neighborhoods and great schools to every part of this city. I have been on the ground and a part of turning around failing schools. Schools that were on credited watch, about to be closed by Denver Public Schools. I've helped to reform and redesign schools for all of our children. Been on the ground doing that. I've helped small businesses get moving again in Denver. What we need is a mayor who knows intimately the challenges and opportunities in the city, who is prepared to come in with the energy to turn that dial from challenges to opportunities. And as I leave you, let me say this one thing to you, and I want you to think about it. What is the Denver promise to our children? I want you to think about that. I was asked that question, and it was one of the most powerful questions I've ever been asked. What's the Denver promise to our children? We have invested billions to build the world's greatest airport. Millions to build Invesco Field, Convention Center, Union Station. We're about to invest billions in fast tracks. But no one ever stands up and says, how do we invest in our children for the future of the city? I'm going to be the chief parent of the city. As a parent of 2 kids, I'm prepared to stand in the gap for our babies and to make sure that every child, every family has access to quality schools in this city. To work partnerships, side by side DPS, to deliver quality schools. And to make sure we have options, because there are neighborhoods today who do not have options. It's time to grow our small businesses. I plan to refocus the Office of Economic Development strictly on small business development and cultivate the partnerships with all of our other partners who help us to attract the larger corporations and the international interests to our city. It's time to leverage our assets like DIA and downtown and our regional partner like Anschutz to attract companies here. But we've got to be very intentional about it. Similar to the Marketplace Initiative. It's time to go to work. And I'm coming to run for mayor to build that partnership with you and everyone else in this city. This is our city. And just like every other time Denver's been down, we band together, we work together, and we bring that Denver spirit and the Denver promise to turn it around. This is our clarion call, together. I ask for your support. I want to be your partner in that initiative. It's time to get our city moving again. And I don't want you to think this is a restoration project. You should be proud of how your city's been managed by the great people in downtown Denver. It's time to make sure that we all get on the bus now to keep the city moving forward. I ask for your support come May 3rd, and I thank you, humbly thank you for this opportunity.